When I was a kid, I used to love watching The Price is Right because they had the rotating games, and you're always surprised what game they were going to bring back, and are they bringing back Plinko today or whatever it is. But so we have different segments that we work in from time to time. It always makes me think of Bob Barker and The Price is Right. So what's more likely is today's game.
Okay, what's more likely?
We need like theme music.
What's more likely? Do I punch you twice before this show's over, or 3 times?
You haven't even punched me once.
I know.
So you got work to
do. What's more likely?
Oh God! And we're doing your podcast today, by the way. Chris Simms Unbuttoned and PFT.
We're rescheduling it for you. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but apparently you've changed your schedule, and now we got to do it today.
Is that a problem for you?
It was, but it doesn't seem to matter. Nobody cares about my life.
Are you done now?
I'm done.
All right, what's more likely? You get fired or I get fired? Joe Flacco holds off Drew Lock all year, or Eli Manning holds off Daniel Jones all year?
Oh, man, this is a good one. I think if you have to make me choose there, though, I'm going to say that Joe Flacco holds off Drew Lock just because I'm going to say, 1, Drew Lock maybe a little bit more raw. 2, Drew Lock is also, a second-round pick. Daniel Jones is the 6th pick of the draft, and I think there will be more of a public clamoring for him when all's said and done. I think Denver has a chance to be a little bit better football team, too.
I'm going with the Broncos as well because of the phrase holds off, because I think there's a good likelihood Joe Flacco gets injured. Yeah. That's not holding him off.
Yeah.
That's just getting injured, and then Lock comes in and takes it from him. But we talked about this last week, and I've been meaning to write something about this at PFT. I just continue to believe that this is moving toward Daniel Jones being the Week 1 starter. That the clue is staring us right in the face. They made him the 6th overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, okay.
They like this guy.
Right.
He's their guy.
Right.
Yeah. Hello, 6th overall pick, not 17,
yes.
Not 30, not 22, 6.
Yeah.
And I
think you're wrong, but if you're right, I'm gonna call you the man, or I'll have some. I'll call you King Florio.
I'm King Florio anyway.
You're
Come up with something better.
I don't know. You're not King Florio.
Next one. What's more likely? Washington quarterback Dwayne Haskins doesn't win the starting job, or Josh Rosen, the new Dolphins quarterback, doesn't win the starting job?
Well, this one's easy. Dwayne Haskins, I'm going to say, is more likely here that doesn't win the starting job. I fully expect Josh Rosen. We talked about it to start the show. I expect him to beat out a Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's much farther along in his career and not as talented as Case Keenum. Dwayne Haskins, 1 year of college football. Case Keenum has got experience. And, yeah, I think Case Keenum's got more talent than a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he can hold off of Dwayne Haskins longer, or at least have a substantial amount of time in the lineup.
Here's what you have to factor in, though.
Yeah.
You have to factor in that the Washington organization is making the decision.
No, I know. You're
I mean, really, I had...
Yes.
If
it's close, Daniel Snyder might just be like, I want him out there.
Maybe not even if it's close.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's clear that Keenum's the guy and the locker room is firmly behind Keenum. The one city where that may not matter is Washington.
Yeah, right.
Where, you know what, Haskins is our guy. I don't care. Put Haskins out there. I don't want Keenum to start winning games and looking good, and then we have to delay Haskins, and then, God forbid, we have to keep Keenum for another year.
Right.
Get Haskins out there. We're going to take our lumps.
Could be.
We're going to keep loading up the team. We're going to move forward.
Yep.
So I still agree with you.
Yeah.
But you can't rule out the possibility that Washington will screw it all up and defy common sense and go with Haskins instead of Keenum.
Yeah, I agree with you. You can never worry about – you always got to worry about the owner, overarching everything and just going, okay, no, you're the man, and I said so, and play him.
All right, this one I'm going to revise slightly.
Okay.
Because I think as it's written, it's a no-brainer. What's more likely? Kyler Murray makes multiple Pro Bowls, or Kyler Murray gives up on football and goes and plays baseball?
I'm going to say multiple Pro Bowls. I think Kyler Murray loves football too much. He's not going to play baseball.
He loves it for now.
I guess. We'll see.
What happens if
he
takes a huge hit? I remember Pat White, the former West Virginia quarterback, took one hit from Mike Taylor and he was done with the NFL.
Right.
And, what if you just, there's a ceiling for everyone between what you accomplish at college football and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and you bump that ceiling at some point during your professional career.
Yes.
Right? You're familiar with that ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, where's Kyler Murr's ceiling? We don't know. Just because he was great. Plenty of Heisman Trophy winners have not been great NFL players.
Yep.
We don't know that he's going to be great. We assume he's going to be. We talked about how far he would have fallen if he hadn't been the number 1 overall pick. He may have made it all the way to 15.
Hey, we don't know. You're right.
So I don't know how good he's going to be. And if football is difficult for him, if it hurts, his feet are already hurting after a minicamp practice.
Yeah.
If he decides that this just isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, that Oklahoma is a hell of a lot easier than Arizona, we've already seen him pay back multiple millions of dollars to a baseball team to go play football at some point down the line, and he has the right to do this under his contract. He can pay back the unearned bonus money and go play baseball. And after 3 years, you only have to pay back like $5 million or so. I mean, it's only $5 million, but if a baseball team,
Florio,
but if they keep coming after him and they keep coming after him, and he gets to a point where it's like, man, this is hard and this is difficult and this isn't anything I thought it was going to be, and God, baseball's got to be easier than this. I mean, we can't rule that out. No, I'm not saying it's a high probability, but we can't rule it out.
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, he always has that avenue to go there. I just, again, I'm just going to go back from what I saw evaluating the player, the fact that everywhere he's gone, he stood out and been an elite football player, whether that's not losing a game in high school, barely losing in college. Hey, there are question marks certainly about the player. Yeah, the size, and can he be durable throughout the year and play 15, 16, 17 weeks in a row? We're going to find out. But for right now, I am going to bet on him because he's given me nothing else so far to show that there's anything negative. So I'm going to go with it.
Well, and I don't dispute that, and I hope he turns out to be a star player, and I hope he does make multiple Pro Bowls. But we have to at least keep an eye on the possibility because there have been quarterbacks we thought were going to be great that weren't.
Right.
It's happened. It's not unprecedented. And, you mentioned that he's got this stellar record as a starter.
Yeah.
Peter King made this point a few weeks ago, and people lost their minds that we haven't seen him tested by true adversity. So it's a knock against him that he won too many games? No, the reality, though, is if it comes easy for you and all of a sudden it's not easy anymore, how does that affect your enjoyment? We tend to like the things we're good at.
Sure.
Right? If all of a sudden we don't feel like we're as good at something as we were, maybe we don't like it as much as we could. And unlike 99.9% of the pro football players out there, he's got a viable alternative in professional sports.
Yeah.
And if there's, whether it's the A's or whoever may acquire his rights in the future, if they keep coming after him, if they do it just right, if they press the right button at the right time, you never know what he's going to. That's all look, until we know that this guy is a Pro Bowl caliber talent, we just won't know. So, all right, we're going to take a break. When we return, we're going to take a look at the Colts offseason to date, a team that Peter King had at number 3 in his power rankings, and that's one of the few I actually don't disagree with. More PFT Live right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.